Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Napoli versus Liverpool in the Champions League. Let's go and beat those scout gits and show them that they are shite. Come on Napoli. Oh, the liver shite gits, because we all call them liver shite, because they don't think they're British. They don't think they're British. 2-0, as a Chelsea fan myself, 2-0 got the sack. I'm just going to let bygones be bygones in that one. It happens in football. We've had a bad start to the season. We just have to back whoever comes in and hopefully we have a good rest of the season. That's all you can do. But the owners looks like he wants to do something with us, but at least he's done it at this time and not wait for halfway through a season. And we could be a lot further down the league and could be in a lot worse a position. So before it all begins. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Napoli! Why is he looking like I'm looking at the entire Napoli team and then there's literally one player that's literally out of shape with every other player? Fucking hell! You literally got a lot of teams full of tall players, and then you got Politano, and then you got Lobopka, who literally just go up to a lot of the players' shoulder heights of their teammates. Here is your Napoli lineup yet again. No Ndombele. That's on the bench. No Raspadori on the bench. No Simeone on the bench. And that's typical Simeone, and that's your Napoli team to play Liverpool tonight. And here's your liver shite team to play Napoli, who I hope get absolutely battered, green crackered and sent back on crying. So there's your Liverpool liver shite team to play Napoli tonight. And I will say, if any Liverpool fan gets offended by that, we have our rights due to the fact that you guys don't think you're British, and you don't sing the national anthem, so that's why we all call you that. What? See, that's what Napoli's like when the big boys come to town. And yeah, get ready when but the main atmosphere you're going to hear for 90 minutes is you're going to hear behind the goal where Di Lorenzo, which is no, it's where Di Lorenzo is, behind that. If you go behind that goal, that's where all the ultras are. So that's where most of the noise comes from. Where you see all the flags, that's the ultras group. It's massive. Yeah. Yep. They take up literally most of behind the goal, which is that curve. It's all just ultras. And they make all the entire atmosphere. That's all you can hear for 90 minutes, even when you just watch it from home. That's all you hear. It's. Imagine if you were there, it would just be deafening. And I've always said I want to see something like this in the Premier League. And that's why I love when... The only club I love enjoying watching the Premier League live is Palace, because they have a similar atmosphere. Look at that. That is mental. I literally knew he's sold out. Oh, Cammy, how are you doing? I'm nervous about tomorrow's game for Hearts. What? Yep. Here we go. Game is on the way. Napoli versus Liverpool. We will get an absolute hiding. Hopefully. And he's gone. Rangers got their arse handed today. Yeah, by an absolute good Ajax team. Come on, Napoli. Just start from the off and play well. Oh my god, I've got to stay here for 90 minutes and listen to shitty Martin Keown. I don't even like him as a commentator. Oh, that's a ball! Osimhen already! Osimhen already! Oh! Fuck off! Oh, nearly! Oh my god, I thought he was in! What? Ah!
But he very nearly squeezes it in. Only the post there coming to the rescue for Liverpool.
There's a man that Liverpool know well. Frank Andre.
There must have been, Spalletti must have said something to the players and tell them to go for the kill straight away, and it looks like they're going to. Because they've just done that within a minute. Yep, the entire city said he camped in the stadium overnight for this game. It's mad. Yeah. Yeah, do you know what would be the good thing to do? Go and have a shot against Alisson about 30 yards. It'll bobble. Yeah.
Well, he's going to be a superstar, there's no doubt about that. Just obviously Liverpool needs to make sure he doesn't get too much of the ball.
Do not give Liverpool any time on the ball. Do not.
Big night for Harvey Elliott, who's kept his place in Liverpool's midfield, although players are starting to come back from injury.
Boo! We don't want to hear you, Scoutsers. Bugger off.
Firmino couldn't make it stick. Amir Rahmani was there to tidy things up.
That's a ball. Go on, Osimhen. Oh! Van Dijk is absolutely getting torn by Osimhen. Osimhen's literally broken away from Van Dijk twice in the first 3 minutes. Van Dijk cannot cope with Osimhen, and you can already tell from the 2 balls that have been put in. Looks like Osimhen's got his number on Van Dijk. And if you guys also want to know, Napoli also have got a sponsorship with Amazon. So they got even posh. They got the shirts are done by Armani, and their sleeve sponsored are Amazon. Different sides of the spectrum. Keep playing. That's a ball. Go on, Georgian Wizard. Go on. Yes. Yes. Oh! God. I thought it was in. Please don't. Oh, if he had the shot and that. Oh, please don't say who I think it is that had the shot. If it is, I'm going to be fuming. Oh. Oh, it's in your hand. Hey, hand! Penalty! It's a penalty! Napoli have a penalty! Because if you look on the replay, it hits James Milner's hand. And there's nothing that James Milner or Liverpool could say about that, because it's blatant as day. You can literally tell he moves his arm slightly up from his arm. And who's taking it? Petr Lazinski, please score, because that's points in the fantasy team. I bought him on my fantasy team basically just as a little bit of luck, hoping for him just to get a couple of points. Not for him to score, if it happens. What? I'm not getting excited yet, because I know. Come on! Come on! I hope you'll never shite! Cunt! 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 Come on! Come on! Have the up you, Luke! Said you're gonna beat us? Fuck off! Zelensky! 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 Zelensky!
Well, if any of the supporters inside this stadium, the Estadio Diego Armando Maradona, need further encouragement, a goal inside 5 minutes has given it to them.
Just fan the flames, isn't it, that are all around us.
It's a hot, sticky night.
Positive night.
And it looks like
You get that?
on the road in the Champions League for Liverpool. Here's Luis Diaz looking for the instant response.
What?
And the defending going there by for Napoli.
I know. I'm not saying out yet.
It's an absolute
I'm not cursing us.
Trent Alexander-Arnold now needs to whip one of these in. Textbook crosses.
Yeah, I did say Luke. I did say on the celebration. Have it, Luke. You said you were gonna win. Nah.
Taken by Alexander-Arnold. Osimhen put his head to the ball in there.
And it's a well taken, and it was a well taken penalty as well.
From the other way. Talk about coming out full of energy.
Just imagine if Osimhen were to score, my
Scalia.
celebration would be
Robertson to do.
100% better than that. Go on! Oh, Anguissa, if you were to score, that would be a shock to the system.
With the shot from distance, but Liverpool with defenders back and able to block it.
At least you can do it, 'cause, if I did it, it would curse.
Bit of space on the edge of the box. That's twice now. That's happened to Liverpool.
It's a period in the game where Liverpool needs some cool heads. They're just going to get through this little spell.
And my favourite player scored, so it's good for Napoli. You know, in the good sense, it's a good thing.
Well, that experienced group, though, they've been in 3 finals.
Yeah.
Season.
I didn't even know he takes penalties. Because usually he's never really the penalty taker, because I don't really know who actually is the penalty taker, if it's him or someone else. Yeah, but I don't know if he's the actual penalty taker, which takes him all the time.
It's headed away in there by Di Lorenzo. Here's
Come on, don't let him back in it.
this time Rachmani was the defender.
Offside!
Shot comes in from Harvey Elliott that might just
Hey! Sit down! Mo Salah, you're Egyptian mean.
either a shot or a cross really.
Whoa.
Harvey Elliott.
No, you're right. Big night for him. Salah's out on that right-hand side.
Hey Salah, you're not going to get past Kim,
Using him.
the Korean dynamite.
Jurgen Klopp's led 4 teams to Champions League finals. He's 11 games away from 400 in charge of Liverpool. But he knows already his team have got their work cut out here on matchday 1. Swept on there by Politano, but Liverpool have it back with Milner, one of the most experienced out there. Wearing the armband tonight, there's Spalletti. The Napoli
But
head coach.
the most experienced player is the one who gave away the penalty.
He's also got a front
So you can't go and say he's experienced if he wouldn't give the penalty away.
Don't tell me. Don't tell
So
me.
he's not that experienced then. If he's experienced, he knows you should know the rules. Don't put your arm out and don't let the ball at your arm. That's why they keep making mistakes, because they're scouts. And that's a foul. That's a disgrace. Book him. Book the red bastard cunt.
referee's going to show the Liverpool
Get in. That is disgrace. He wasn't even going anywhere near the ball. James Milner, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace.
This is the
James Milner's having the mare.
that left arm. You can say it's unlucky.
Here he goes. To be honest, you have to respect Celtic as a Hearts fan. I respect them for surviving 55 minutes against Real Madrid, surviving against the champions of Europe. I respect that. No, but no, because you got to give respect that they lasted nearly an hour.
and you could feel the atmosphere around the hotel and around
That-
the stadium starting to build from around
Just in any form, just in like,
and it was a quarter full already by
yeah.
Wednesday.
To be honest, I'm the same as you, but I got to give a little bit of there. I didn't expect them to last that long.
Looking for a big
No one would.
response from Liverpool.
Elliott.
Get out!
Lovely ball in.
Well done!
Splendid run perfectly on that side. It was superbly delivered into the penalty area by Elliott.
Perfectly passed, and he's out there. Salaries.
Liverpool are playing shite.
Got to find him.
Here we go. I got 3 votes. Who do you guys think is going to win?
By Kim Min-jae.
33% draw. Are you ready for this? 67% Liverpool, 0% Napoli.
Over the course of the summer months here in Naples.
Yeah, people, nobody has put Napoli to win this game. And look what's happening. Who's winning? Napoli. Oh, he goes. Wow. It said, how many points you got on your fantasy Champions League? I got 77. That actually is a good conversation to go through with that, so I can have a look for you. You just have to hold up a minute, folks. I'm going to be on. Mine might have changed a little bit because Zielinski has started and scored. So my points will be up from yesterday. I am on 49. 49 points. Zielinski got me 6, and so far I'm on 0 with Sergio Busquets.
Look at that for quality from Elliot again. You see how polished he is as a footballer, a technician.
Definitely not. You're not a Hearts fan, but you give Celtic credit.
No, I think they're realising, Darren, that ball is
It's the football fan being nice.
There's the booking for Milner.
It's a famous old stadium, this one. It used to be known as the San Paolo, the 1960 Olympics.
But it,
Here, played a Champions League final here in 1996. England beat Cameroon during Italian 90 on this pitch. It's seen along, hasn't changed a great deal down the years.
it's just someone being nice.
You ask one or two questions, but when you get in here, you feel the history and feel the passion, and you
Oh
understand
no.
why they don't change it.
100%.
So guys, put down in the chat what you think the score is going to be between Hearts and Istanbul Bahakşehir here. I've got that. That's going to be on tomorrow's stream. I do that before the game starts anyway. Come on! Oh!
Number 21, Politano, Liverpool get the blocking.
You
Some important interception.
you will vote on Hearts to win.
Breaking well Anguissa from that midfield. They keep digging
You can be nice to a friend and vote for Hearts.
Robertson.
Come on!
Milner. Robertson sees it.
Is that Barcelona?
Liverpool get another corner.
I got Sergio Busquets, but I know he's not going to get an assist. But hell.
Maybe just a fraction more. And part of the section where the Liverpool fans are, and that's where the crowd are being
Oh, and do you know what makes it even funny?
everywhere else.
Look who's assisted. Jules Koundé. Why is it that everyone that we've tried to buy are all now scoring for fun?
Punched away by Merritt.
And that's it. That is base.
That didn't look particularly convincing there from Merritt coming for that cross. Might be an area they
Yeah,
can
because he did.
exploit here, Liverpool.
Yeah, because he is playing, but he's playing centre mid, and the other one is I'd take Sarah off due to the fact that he's actually injured. Here we go. He put. What I was annoyed at that I had Benzema in my team, but he got injured, and I captained him. But I've got Mbappe in and captain because they got an easy team, and then also Mount out for Royce. Oh, my mate's going to absolutely ridicule you when I say this. I'm going to be optimistic and say 2-1 Hearts. Osimhen! Penalty! He took him out! The ball was not there! That's a foul! Ref! Fuck off! Come on! That's a penalty all day. That's a penalty all day long, I know that. You know how Van Dijk tends to go in for the challenge late. Referee, look at that! You've got to look at that because he's got nowhere near the ball. I don't think he's got anywhere near the ball. But I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Well, we saw him 3 years ago playing for Lille, and there's a massive improvement in his play, in his movement.
He's having a look. They go into the monitor to have the for potential penalty to Napoli again. And it's for a foul on Osimhen by Van Dijk. I don't think Van Dijk got near the ball due to the fact that it looked very dangerous what he was doing. Van Dijk was training on thin ice.
It's quite a long walk to the monitor. He's got to
I
cross the
don't.
running track and then he's
So what's your thoughts on what you've seen? Oh, please don't say you're going to look at a stilled image. Yep, Van Dijk, you don't get a touch on the ball because the actual angle on the ball, he just touches it away from him. So he doesn't touch it. Van Dijk does not touch the ball and treads on Osimhen's foot. So in that case, it's a penalty. It's a penalty because he doesn't get near the ball. The direction of the ball does not move, so it meant he doesn't touch the ball, but he stands on Osimhen's foot. Go on! Penalty! Liverpool are going in the mud! Aye! That shows you, Luke, for being a cocky twat.
And it's the trickery. It's a clever run from Osimhen.
Osimhen did something clever. He did that slight little nick off the ball, so it meant when the challenge came in, he couldn't touch the ball. And a yellow card to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk on a yellow card. Osimhen, do what you wish to Van Dijk, because literally he can do nothing to you or he'll be off. And Osimhen's taking the penalty. Nah. Ah! Don't. And I got love for this guy, so I don't want you to miss. I don't want it. No, that's what I'm saying. Because I have so much love for this player, because I think he's good. Go on. Yes. Oh, he saved it. Oh, my God. And how is Di Lorenzo missed it from like 2 yards? Yep. How is that happened? That Zelinski goes and take a perfectly. But then the commentator then goes and said, why go and change the penalty taker after the first penalty taker took the penalty so well?
Especially when somebody else in the team's already taken one as effectively and clinically as...
Come on! I fucking hate your Liverpool scouts, cunts. I fucking don't like them. I sorry for my language, but I can't stand these. I hate you more than I hate Wrexham Football Club.
No, needs something big now from Liverpool.
And that's saying something. You're worse than Wrexham. You were. Oh, you go. Ah, here we go. Okay, my mate is put. Dale Banks, bro. Everyone has an opinion, mate. It's 2-1, so relax.
Here's Virgil van Dijk. James Milner. Andy Robertson.
Oh. Sarcastic, he's just showing you to relax. What's so bad about that?
Challenge then came in by Ragmani. Off goes Kvaratskhelia.
That Georgian player's on smoke! He literally turned to Liverpool players like they were nothing. And one of them was Fabinho,
Osimhen was the target.
He turned Fabinho inside out.
He's a wonderful player to watch, isn't he? Kvaratskhelia.
That player is on smoke. Give the Georgian wizard the ball every time. He'll just turn the player like they're inside out.
Whilst he's there jinking, twisting, turning, Osimhen's made 3 runs for him.
Osimhen's on smoke. Game isn't until tomorrow, and I am relaxed. Thank you very much.
Fantastic recruitment. Someone needs to go and get him, I think, the mainly from the English clubs.
You do.
Fabinho caught by Anguissa. Free kick to Liverpool.
Allison really is. That's top draw. He just stands up, guesses right. It's skied over.
What, is it a goal?
He's always been a leader
You can't.
in that team, Alisson.
You can't do it. You can't do it in this one as we are winning because it makes.
Trent Alexander-Arnold with the free kick. Cause concern then for Alex Merritt, the goalkeeper. Was tipping all the time. The Liverpool players asking if he took a touch, and in fact it did off the goalkeeper. Had to make sure with the fingertips there.
Well, it's a good save in the end. He gets plenty of power on that and width, and he's bringing it down. Smart save from the keeper.
Liverpool's corner will be taken by the left foot of Andy Robertson. Headed away by Osimhen. Harvey Elliott. And then Gieser across the steering behind for the corner. It's quite oppressive heat in here tonight, just sitting in it. It's extremely close and extremely sticky, so there is that challenge tonight for the players as well, particularly the Liverpool players.
Liverpool get it over Osimhen. He's doing a really good job there in that near post.
Punched away this time by Merritt, the goalkeeper. Picked up here by Alexander-Arnold. Fed back into Salah. It's a brilliant ball and he took his eye off it. He knows how good that was from Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Look at the radars on now. Fantastic ball off his left foot. Just got to take a touch. As you say, he takes his eye off it. Unforgivable, really. Player of that quality.
Doing the clip of the the lead up to the goal and me going absolutely crazy. I had an absolute house on fire.
Potatoes have just dried up a little bit as well, having failed to get on the score sheet against Bournemouth of all teams, and then subsequently has drawn a couple of blanks.
Just gone a little bit more central, Salah. Firmino coming quite deep at times.
There's Fabinho, Joe Gomez. Robertson. Diaz looking for room. And then the shot came in, but the free kick was already in the referee's mind. It was hit there by Alexander-Arnold. Stanislav Lobotka, the player who was caught there by Luis Diaz.
Just reaching there, Diaz. Just trying to flood that central area. Alexander-Arnold coming in off the touchline for those little bits that come back.
You have no idea. I could literally. I literally could find out for you because it will pop up.
Lobotka. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Victor Osimhen offside. It looks as though he's going to run all night though, Martin.
Yeah, he's going to keep running.
Victor Osimhen. It said, I'm glad I put Haaland, João Cancelo and Gramado because Haaland got 10, João 15, but Gramado got a 20. Not bad. Not bad. The goal is scored by Leroy Sané.
Luis Diaz bounced up and hit his arm.
Leroy, or if you're on FIFA, it's Leroy Sané.
Certainly is. I wonder if a little bit of nervousness.
On the Bundesliga's commentary, they call it Leroy Sané.
He'll keep going though, Diaz.
They might be posh at those Germans.
Attitude to the game.
Smart serve by Lobotka. Di Lorenzo challenged though by Diaz. Here's Andy Robertson.
Diaz.
Liverpool Politano.
Oh, shite. Diaz, you are shite. Nah.
Towards Salah, headed away.
So guys, keep putting your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. And just putting a clip on of the reaction of me celebrating Napoli going 1-0 up tonight. So you guys can watch the clip. If you don't want to watch the full watch along, there's clips for you to watch the best parts of it.
Deep cross in by Alexander-Arnold. Di Lorenzo was jumping. Robertson can then play it short here to Elliott. Fabinho. Alexander-Arnold towards Roberto Firmino. And it's a Napoli head that gets it behind for the corner. Amir Rahmani, the Kosovan international, with the header. Liverpool fans here tonight, not in great numbers. They haven't been given too many tickets, but all of them have been taken. Now they're trying to remain as optimistic as they can be.
Yeah, better from Liverpool though. Pressing, probing. Alexander-Arnold getting forward at every opportunity.
The only players I have playing is Koke and Rilando. Okay. Come on, Napoli, keep your head together.
Swept on by Mo Salah. Clearance only finds Alexander-Arnold. And
Liver shite, liver shite, liver shite, liver shite. Good it. Go on, Osimhen! Yes! Osimhen! Yes! Osimhen! Oh!
it was Kvaratskhelia who seemed certain to make it 2-0.
Well, he's got to score.
Should have been 3-0.
Just
Liverpool should be out of sight. Liverpool should be out of fucking sight.
Kvaratskhelia coming in at the back
Just
post
a
and
fucking Van Dijk. Can't stand the git. Ah. If it wasn't for Van Dijk, it would have been 2-0.
Spalletti might have been 3-0.
Spalletti, can you put on Raspadori or Simeone and we can let you go for the kill now?
Clearance by Virgil van Dijk.
It's the pace though, Darren.
Because that's what I would be doing now. Bring on, because Liverpool are not playing well. You think if you bring on Simeone, you would think you were going to he'll bury those chances.
The shot came in. Well, the man has just had his epic clean off the line. Kvaratskhelia.
The Georgian wizard who deserves the goal. He's a wizard on the ball.
The good news for Liverpool, Martin, we've played 28 minutes and they're still in it. I mean, it might have been an entirely different story.
They shouldn't be in it. They should be out of sight. If it wasn't for stupid Osimhen, he said, "Oh, I'll take the penalty. I won't give it to Zielinski, who can actually score a penalty."
Osimhen's already shown what he's about. So just deal with the ball early.
Oscar on the play. Mo Salah can't keep it in.
And he's decided to be an absolute twat and decided, "Oh, I won't let my teammate take it because he knows how to score. I want to get a goal this time."
BT Sport 2.
Learn, if one person can take a penalty, give it to them.
From BT Sport 1 and Ultimate at 7:15.
Oh, what manager are you wanting next for Chelsea? We can't really say much because they've already made their minds up and it looks like they're going with Graham Potter, so we're going to have to respect their decision. Not much I can say on it.
These games on matchday 1, Martin, can sometimes be quite slow affairs. Teams just want to feel their way into a competition. This has started like the first leg of a semi-final.
Yeah, nothing of the sort is it from a normal group game, man. That's what we're seeing here tonight. And they're not letting Liverpool settle on the ball. Just a little bit sloppy.
Liver shite, liver shite. Because they are shite.
From Milner, nice touch by Alexander.
They're shite like their deluded fan base.
Harvey Elliott. Alexander-Arnold finds Salah.
Way! Sit down, Mo Salah. You're Egyptian Ming.
Fantastic piercing pass there, wasn't it?
Sit down.
Just turns on
Sit
the
down
sharp feet
and sit down.
just to find the corner, the other side. The ball into him was first class. I think that's what they need to do, Liverpool, is get Salah into those central positions. Firmino's going deep, so he needs to just go in alongside him.
Yeah.
Steers the ball away, and Gieson then gives the ball away.
Go on.
Possesses Joe Gomez.
Go on.
That's twice he's
Just keep
lost
going,
it
just keep
tonight.
going, just keep 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 going.
And Gieson.
Go on, that's a ball. That's good passage play. Anguissa! Anguissa!
Brilliant football from Napoli. Liverpool ripped to shreds at the back.
Have that! Show me that! Quite good night.
Naples.
Come on! Ah! Shove your arse, quick good night. Liverpool fans, fuck off home.
Well, they're almost
Hey,
shell-shocked,
Guiza!
these Liverpool
Oh,
players. Again,
hey, Guiza!
Gomez gets caught, doesn't he? That's twice now that's happened.
You were the shootest player on our team score. Thank you very much. Hey, Guiza! Hey, Guiza! Hey, Guiza!
Morrison can't get out.
Hey, Guiza!
It always feels embarrassing the way they're sweeping through this Liverpool defence.
Bow down! Bow down to the Italian nipples!
A penalty from Zielinski, and then the second goal from Andre Frank Zambo and Gisa, who was on
Hey, Guiza!
last season.
Fucking legend! You've not got my respect.
And he's got his
Let's have that, Luke.
of the new campaign as well. And there's a
Come
real
on!
spring in the Napoli step. They've been confident from the start.
Jurgen Klopp next for the job centre. Taxi, fuck off.
So much experience in the team, but they'll need all of it tonight.
Oh, Liverpool are getting torn apart. That shows when you're too cocky, Luke.
Yeah, you're coming in. This is a really
That shows when your cockiness is now backfiring on himself.
just taking it to Liverpool.
And Lazinski with an assist. My punt has paid off very well.
Diaz challenged there by Di Lorenzo. It's a free kick to Liverpool.
He goes, what the F is Gomez doing? He hasn't learned game over already.
And the Liverpool shirt have never had when you think about
Ah, ah. And he goes, nah. And that's funny. He goes, one guy goes, Liverpool in the mud. In the mud. Liverpool in the mud.
Almost overnight, this Napoli team
Ah, ah, this is great. This is a great feeling.
crowd as well. I mean, they're absolutely
You played us 3 times and you've not even scored against us once in Naples. Or a mate calls nipples.
free kick. I think that might
What?
be Napoli head that could
What a save, Alex Meret.
I wondered if Van Dijk had got something on that.
He was in there too. Oliveira battling on that side with Firmino. Well, that's a Napoli throw-in. It's a wonderful ball in. Yeah, it's Van Dijk.
Yeah, his towering header. Keeper just well there to read that.
Osimhen battling with Gomez. He's having a torrid time back there alongside Van Dijk.
Imagine that atmosphere now. That would be deafening now.
Arnold finds Mo Salah. Harvey Elliott.
I still got with. I said bow down to the Italian nipples. Oh,
Here's Diaz.
things I say.
Firmino to Milner. What a bad ball in.
Way sit down, Harvey Elliott. Liverpool cannot get a sniff.
Really, he just fires off a defender, comes back onto it. Milner whips it in. He just can't improvise well enough to get that on target. Comes off his knee.
Are you crying, Jurgen? Jurgen Klopp? Are you crying, Jurgen Klopp? Oh, is he going to cry in his bed tonight knowing that Liverpool have lost a game?
Ball forward by Kim. Joe Gomez wins the header. Heavy touch from Salah. You can see the possession statistics which show you that Liverpool have had their fair share of the ball, but it's what Napoli have done with it when they've had it that's caused them all the problem.
Yeah, they've been lethal, and I think
Nipples.
Liverpool's best bet is to go and press like they are right now. Force them into playing the ball long, Napoli.
We're forcing Liverpool to make mistake after mistake, and it's a good thing.
Lobotka fouled by Milner. He plays a vital role in the face of the midfield. Lobotka has the ball. Lots and lots. Never seems to get
And
away either. Yeah, very assured.
and just to say this right now is 2-0 Barcelona.
You want to recognise him actually.
Lewandowski has scored, Sergio Roberto with the assist.
Osimhen on the run. Liverpool happy to see Alisson there.
And Spurs are 0-0 against Marseille.
The Italians in the team tonight. Di Lorenzo, the captain, there at the goalkeeper, and Politano, and then there are
Oh!
It's a group that's been brought together over the course of the summer, put together.
So is he basically making the excuse that it's Klopp that's done all this, not him, not the players?
In general, whether it be domestically or as we're seeing tonight.
Can't believe he said it's not Klopp's fault, it's our effing players. Taxi for Klopp, flop you melt. I love that. That's amazing.
In the group stage,
Oh,
2020.
he doesn't know when they're playing shit and doesn't accept that they're playing shite. Right, I'm going to say this now. Liverpool are playing worse than what Chelsea did, and we played a mediocre side.
Robertson.
Can you believe that? We played a mediocre team yesterday, and Liverpool are playing worse than us, and we played against a team that not a lot of people have heard of.
Good work by Harvey Elliott.
Every time they get it though, Zielinski fires that pace into the game, doesn't it? An injection of energy.
It still makes no sense whatsoever, and I'm surprised. I thought Liverpool would have been going for it. It sounds like they've not turned up. You're doing worse than us, and we lost to Zagreb. So unlucky Liverpool. For once, we've not had the worst. The week's literally made it a bit better because Liverpool playing worse than us.
Pisa gets through the challenge of Firmino.
But with a easier, with a harder opponent, made it look like it's what making them play worse than us.
Roberto Firmino.
Ambo!
Alexander-Arnold.
What a block!
Vital block in there.
Shite team, Yusuf managers, scum fan base. Thank God they are getting beat.
Elliott swings it in, headed away by the captain, Di Lorenzo.
See right? Was it him giving in the big un?
One for Robertson. And the free kick will be given to Napoli for the foul.
Strong in there.
Yeah, but I did.
Nice little
But I literally just said nothing to that.
protecting the ball. Draws the foul. And there's his goal, yeah.
Wonderfully done.
In off the post.
Yeah, but the other thing. But you want to know what? Do you want to know what else is weird? You can tell Liverpool are shy, and Guiza hardly scores.
There'll be certainly an inquest on
No.
that one.
No.
He's allowed to run from midfield unopposed.
No, what's worse, the worst one to let score a goal is Lobotka. Mario Ruiz on the bench.
Salah to take on Oliveira, supported here by Harvey Elliott. Salah with the ball.
I'm hoping that these clips now get very good views because my stream yesterday got big views because Chelsea lost. Let's do the same and let's get these clips higher than that to teach Liverpool fans that they're, and let's all laugh at Liverpool. Because they're going to all do it to Chelsea for losing, let's all do it to them.
There's a problem here for Victor Osimhen, who
Oh, Osimhen's down and that's after the challenge by Van Dijk.
Yeah, I saw him in that challenge with Gomez. He was holding his back of his leg, Darren. You can see the frustration.
But I'm not disappointed if Osimhen gets injured because you can either play Raspadori in his position or you can play Simeone.
a lot of talk in the Italian press about whether he'd be available.
So at least we've actually, it looks like Osimhen's going off.
20 minutes that he can't go on any longer.
Yes! Yes!
In the first half, the
Spalletti, you finally have listened to me. But why couldn't you do this right at the start? He's actually going to bring on Giovanni Simeone. Hallelujah! He's listened to my prayers. Simeone, do score, please. I'm looking forward to seeing this guy. Here we go, Giovanni Simeone, go and bag yourself a hat trick. I have love.
Simeone
Even though your father is a twat, and that's like he's a bit the Bertie Big Bollocks.
Champions League debut,
But that is true. His father does act like he's Bertie Big Bollocks.
fully fledged Argentina international, and a sad end to the night for Victor Osimhen.
Here we go. Now we'll be able to see how Simeone plays.
Yeah, couldn't get any power on that.
And he's actually got he's got about 55 minutes of this game to show what he's worth.
How well he does from set pieces against, and now he's not there. This just be an area that further strengthens Liverpool. Set pieces.
That's why you bought the Champions League.
It's a lovely dummy by Politano, and then Di Lorenzo couldn't find Simeone. Off it goes towards Salah. Here's Luis Diaz. Looking to twist and turn against Kim, who defended it well.
Well done, Kim.
Another one of the new
Kim in Jai. What a signing.
good footing.
What a signing.
Just keeps his eye on the ball.
You'll be happy to know. Come on.
Politano there just stepping over it and spinning.
Yeah, he's come on for Osimhen, because Osimhen's gone off injured. And he's got 55 minutes to show what he's worth.
Victor Osimhen to help out defensively now for Napoli. Robertson with a deep corner towards Van Dijk, he was jumping in there.
And as we've seen Simeone, what he's done for Verona, he only has to have one chance,
High up outside of his penalty area.
and he can bury it.
He got there first for Liverpool. Lovely ball by Alexander Arnold. Robertson. Alexander Arnold looking to drive on it. Mo Salah was
You
the
forgot to...
target. Zielinski then
Thank you very much. I was too busy celebrating, folks. I apologise if I don't change the score a bit too much. It is due to celebration and all that, and you get the excitement, and then your mind and focus on the game. You do a lot to remember, folks, but I apologise.
Just wrestling back control of the game now. Napoli want to see this through to half time.
UEFA Europa Conference.
I'm gonna give that a clap because Victoria Pilsen, everyone written them off. They're not gonna get anything at Barcelona. They're not gonna get anything at Bayern or Inter. At least they're showing a bit of fight.
Chelsea, fascinating game, 11:30 on the usual channels.
Nah, please don't say what I thought you just. Please don't say what I thought I just seen. Nah, please don't say that's true. No, no, come on, please. Get the ball to Giovanni Simeone. If he were to score, I think I might lose my absolute voice. Got to have skill, yeah? Georgie Wizard! It is! Giovanni fucking Simeone! Ah! Come on! That's what I said! Spaghetti, start the cunt! Start the cunt! Come on! Bow! Bow towards Liverpool! Bow! Thank you! Simeone!
To this, Darren, and you just have to look at the quality that's on show.
Come on!
Desire. Nice little turn there in midfield.
3-0 Gunning!
Look, just knocks it past Trent, and then he's got no right to get through there. And then
Oh!
Simeone, I think it's his first touch since he's come on. And he's
Fuck
just
the fucking
stepped
on!
in.
Start him! Spaghetti in the future! Start him!
Liverpool really are getting embarrassed here right now.
Oh. And we just did a FIFA goal! Who gives a shite? It's Giovanni Simeone!
Luciano Spalletti's team have had. They've got three, they might have had five.
And you said he's a good player, is Simeone.
Time after time after time. And I don't think some of them are
And you know what made it even worse? Napoli did a FIFA goal!
Liverpool, if you said it, the finals they've been in recent years, they're simply on another level.
Oh, Simeone! I even said to you, Simeone scores, that might be what more high celebration than the last. My celebrations go madder and madder the more we score.
can't ever remember seeing Anguissa play with this kind of confidence when he had a Fulham shirt on.
And he is, no, for sure, without doubt. He's a different man.
Simeone, what a player. Are you streaming? Chesterfield versus Gateshead. Ooh, unfortunately I can't do that. That's on Saturday. I can't do that. Unfortunately. Due to the fact I am actually at a football game myself. I am at AFC Porchester's home game on Saturday. So I cannot stream that one, unfortunately. But I will find out a time. It's just come out now on the news. Jordan Pickford's thigh injury looks to set to rule him out of England's games with Italy and Germany. I'll have to have a look, guys, in the future, see if it doesn't clash with any games. If Chelsea don't play early kick off on a Saturday, if that's fine, I can. Yeah! That's why I went fucking ballistic. And as you said, I went with the high heavens. It's Simeone! Because you said that, because I thought I was going to break the roof. Because I said if Simeone scores, I am going to be absolutely going mental. Because I think that play, he's a player, he is a talent. Laughing. Half time. Liverpool 0. It is half time. Liverpool 0. Napoli 3. Who believes that about an hour ago? And yeah, they got after with a shite sack. Oh my god. Oh, he's getting ripped. He's getting ripped. And deservedly so, because he did give it the Bertie Big bit. The Bertie Bigs. Just going to do a clip for you guys. Because I think out of them, these three deserve to be clipped and remember forever in a day for this game. Are you deaf? He's just said. Yes, I said I can't stream the game. I'm at a football game on Saturday. So unfortunately, I can't stream Chesterfield versus, do the live watch of Chesterfield versus Gateshead. But I will have a look for the future. Who do you prefer, Chesterfield or Napoli? Why would you want to give me that question when I got? And if your man's so, Chesterfield's my hometown club, so I have respect and love for where I'm from, because I think you always support where you're from. But I choose Napoli out of just like people my age or still a teenager, like kids would decide. You might want to follow. You got a main British club. You might want to go and say, I want to go and follow a club in Europe or something. You see people with Barcelona, Real Madrid, Juventus, Bayern Munich, AC Milan, Inter Milan, all that. I went completely different, and I thought to myself, I'll go with a club that hardly wins anything, because I don't care if a team doesn't win a trophy every year. All the matter is you just go and win games and you try your best. And look what I've supported Napoli since 2010, 2011 season. And look what won. And if you look at the history of what they've won, then you can see. And I always get told by a lot of people that you support a club because they win every year. Napoli do not win a trophy every year. The first season we had Spalletti in charge. Giovanni Gattuso in his first season, we won the Coppa Italia. That was Napoli's first trophy in 6 years. If that does not say something, there you go. I have to say no more on that one. I'm also Chesterfield. If you want to know Chesterfield fans, I'm born there, and that makes it. And whoever said that, keep it to yourself, because you are wrong. Because who's top of the National League, and that is Chesterfield, because we're going up. Who's Chesterfield? My hometown, so be careful what you say. Because I'm actually from there, so be careful. Yeah, that's what I'm saying when he means who's Chesterfield. I'm telling this person, be careful what you say, because I'm actually from there, so anything, it could be quite hurtful, because I like where I'm from. Wow! Yes! Yes. Dad, do you want to know what's even interesting? We're also talking to someone else who actually is born in the same town as me. But he's a Man City fan. So are you the same as me? Like, you support like a Premier League side, but you then go and decide I'll support where I'm from. If you're like that, then well done. Because most people that I know, like, I don't know who, but I don't know a lot of people who go and support a top team and then decide I'll go and then not, and that's it. Or that there's one thing that could be, and I think I might know what that could be Man City, but I think it could be something else. But he hasn't. It could be Matt. Yeah, and if he's not willing to say that he's a Man City fan, then it shows that he's a little bit scared to say. When I've actually had the bottle and say I support Napoli, I support all these, because of family, I have the bottle to come out and admit that I do, and explain myself. Because if you're gonna put that on there, people are going to have it speculate. And it's just right to give people an answer, because it's rude not to. Because that's what you will sometimes always say to me sometimes. Because if you're going to come on here and I ask a question, it's nice to get an answer back. But if you don't want to give an answer, that's fine. But then it's just rude. Because someone's going to ask you a question, are you a Man City fan? Go and answer the question, because it's a polite thing to do. And I want it to be a nice chat where you just ask a question and so you get nice. Yeah, it's from like I'm a Chelsea fan. But I was born in Chesterfield. But the only difference was I've also okay. Man CFC, could you tell us the year that you started supporting Manchester City? Because we're a bit on, not wanting to be rude or anything, but we think you've supported them since, was it 2010? So as soon as you got the as soon as you got the takeover. Because and 2010, and your manager was Roberto Mancini. Yeah, yeah, and I will say this: if it turns out you're a fan like that, then But I'm gonna say this, and this is respect to your dad. He's gonna be a proper fan. Just the fact that he's seen them played going up and down the leagues. He's seen them literally in the third tier of English football. There we go, 1998. So respect. I'll give you respect on that, because I know a lot of people who have supported certain clubs from a certain year just because it's exactly where they've started being successful. Because I bet he started supporting them in 1998. Right, MCFC, this is a question my mates ask you. Are you more of a Chesterfield fan or a Man City fan? And 98. 98. So it means that he's watched them from when they had that famous promotion from, yeah, so when they had Paul Dickoff and they had Ian Walker and they were in what is now League One, and they got promoted up to the Championship, what is now the Championship. Oh, yeah, you got no, sorry about this, but you really got no respect for me on that one. Sorry. You should always see. So you're not a proper Chesterfield fan then. You've just gone literally and turned your back on a fellow supporter and where you're from. So literally, you've just got to nip back. Always support where you're from. I say this to everyone. Even if you're not interested, at least it represents where you're from, and it's just nice that you've got a team that you can follow where you're from. Because there'll be some people where we'll be in certain places and they don't have a football club. It's just. You make no sense in your sentences. Do you not care about Chesterfield Football Club or anything? If you don't care about, why are you bothered about if I'm going to stream a Chesterfield game if you are not bothered about the football club whatsoever? Go and always support where you're from, because it represents your town, where you're from, and you'll be proud of it. Like, I'm proud to be where I'm from, even though it's not the best place not the nicest place in the world, but you always should. No, for me it wasn't. I'm gonna be truthful. I was born there, but never born and bred in Chesterfield. But I can still say I'm from there, and I even spent 5 years living there in my lifetime, so I can slightly say that. Yeah, I have two clubs. My local one, which I have been to a few times, and also Hearts, which I've been to. Oh, Cammy, on that set, what is your local team, if you can put the name down for us? Because I'm actually quite interested in that, because it's nice to know info like that. So that's nice. That's someone very similar to me that wants to support where you're from. That's good. Because there are some clubs around you that don't have a lot of money, and a lot of the locals that go and watch them could be the money that could help that club thrive in the future and help them to sustain the club. Because they're a lot worse off, aka, what was one of them? Macclesfield, for example. They had so much debt, and the clubs loved that club so much that they went and reformed as Macclesfield. So that shows. And AFC Bury, that's what I'm saying. Chesterfield, we were literally ourselves on the brink of going, because Chesterfield, we had an owner who literally didn't care about the club. He didn't want to put any money into the club. We were still playing well. We got 2 relegations in that time, and then suddenly it took for the attendances of games to literally drop by nearly a full. So they nearly had an empty stadium for the owner to decide, that's it, I'm done, and we made him walk out. And he's known for doing that before, because he's the same owner that nearly ran Sheffield Wednesday out of business. Imagine that, a big club, ex-Premier League side, he nearly ran them out of business. That shows us that some people need to be looked at as owners. And I expect, and if any team it happens to you, God, and you come back and you succeed in the future, my heart's off to you, because you love your football club and the local support. His local team is Dunfermline Athletic, which is a bit. Do you know what's a bit weird? Do you want to know what's a bit weird? He's a Hearts fan, and literally Dunfermline are literally only 1 or 2 leagues below Hearts. So it's a bit weird, that one is. It's like, I can tell you this, it was weird for me, but I'm proud that I can say the fixture has happened when Chelsea faced Chesterfield was the moment I'll never forget. Even though I'm happy that Chelsea won, I'm just happy to see Chesterfield score a goal in that game for the effort that they put in. But apart from that, it's the fixture that should have happened in 1997, and they got robbed. So it's like it finally happened. So that's the one thing I always remember, and that'll be about fixture, even though it didn't. Chelsea won, and I'm happy that we did. MCFC, I'm not really going to answer that question, if that's okay by you. It's not me being rude, but why am I going to answer the question to someone who doesn't really care about Chesterfield Football Club, but you're asking me questions about it, when you're not really bothered about it. So why are you going to ask me a question about a football club that you're from the same town as me, but you don't really show your support for the club? Then what's the point of asking me a question? I'll be more inclined to answer a question if you were even interested and supported them as much as I do. So, it's not me being rude, it's not me being nasty or anything, it's just because I will not answer the question someone who's willing to turn away from their hometown club when you got a when you always should support where you're from. Even if you want to go and support a big team, that's fine, but always have your second team be your local. It's like, I've got a friend who's Chelsea fan. He's not a Pontefract Forest fan, but he's interested and will keep an eye on them because of his local team. That's all you... Yeah, but that's all you have to do. You don't really have to be that interested. You can check on them and you'll be happy if they do well, but you're just not a proper supporter. But if you're from there, if you're from the same town, you would be a proper supporter because you're from the town. If you're not, then there's something wrong and you need to get seen to. Because it's just not on. And I hate people like that. But you make no sense. This person makes no sense. This one person is literally making no sense whatsoever. But he's then saying that I do follow Chesterfield Football Club. But why did you choose? Why did you say you support City? You follow City over Chesterfield. So it means you support City, not Chesterfield.
You want to make sure this goes down in history. This game at the moment, as it stands, it probably does for them.
So literally, there's like,
don't forget that it's 3-0.
You literally, there is no point. If you're gonna ask me any questions because of what you said that you prefer City over Chesterfield, you'd always support your hometown club as secondary to your main team, which is City. If you're gonna be like that and you're gonna ask me any questions, and it's not me being rude, it's just that I am defending where I'm from and I'm proud to support that club. If you're not willing to do that and you're going to be like that in the future, I'm not going to answer any of your questions if you're going to be like that. Because I don't like people like that. And that's me being the nicest I can possibly without going over zealous on it.
For the Uefa Cup in 1989, and the top scorers so far this season in Serie A, and only Atalanta's win against Monza on
second half is underway. Napoli 3, Liverpool 0. It is my first club, Man City, then second Chesterfield. So yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I'm exactly the same. My first team is Chelsea, but my second team is Chesterfield. But I have a lot of respect for Chesterfield Football Club because it's where I'm from, and I take pride in where I'm from. You gotta show passion, you gotta show heart, and be happy that outside of where you're from is succeeding and getting promoted, having a chance to win a trophy. You should be happy about all that. Because at the moment, with how Chelsea are playing at the moment, I'm more interested in how Chesterfield are playing at the moment than Chelsea, because I'm getting sick of the results and going at the moment, so I'm putting more focus on that to help with the other situation. Please. We're Chelsea. We're happy. Come on, lads. Oh! Yeah! Petr Lazinski! Oh! And this one, because we're so far in front, there's no need for me to go crazy because the game's over. Game! Polish Dynamite! Liverpool! Woo!
I mean, it's a wonderful save from Alisson in the end, but we're just getting picked off. I mean, look,
Lazinski! Lazinski!
got to go after that.
Lazinski!
And then, of course, the goalkeeper, wonderful save. but just dinks it. Zielinski there, brilliant little finish. Just too good for Liverpool.
Well, Piotr Zielinski turned down Liverpool as a teenager.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what's funny? Do you want to know what's funny about who's scoring for him today? This is hilarious. Do you know that Piotr Zielinski, as a kid, turned down Liverpool?
But that's the last thing Liverpool needed, conceding a goal so
He
early
turned down the chance to play for Liverpool as a kid.
to Napoli.
I get that everything Liverpool does is about that high line.
Can you believe that? He turned them down.
Start to drop there. Van Dijk doesn't even want to do that.
I definitely deserve an apology for him being cocky. Oh, they've got one back.
Napoli have been doing well and all the reports were good, and when I've seen them on the television they've been impressive, but I had no inclination that this was going to happen tonight.
No, we thought, didn't we, that the control that
Yeah, but they're not going to score 5 to win a game. It's physically going to be impossible to score 5 against how Napoli are playing at the moment.
Space again there for Di Lorenzo, the right back, but now there's an opportunity for Liverpool with Luis Diaz.
And Liverpool have had to go and score score not an easy goal just to get a goal.
It's an astonishing night here.
well, we know what Diaz is capable of, and that is
Yeah, but Liverpool ain't scoring 5.
just steps inside.
Napoli don't even... Literally, Napoli had that defence covered. Literally, Diaz had to shoot outside the box just to get the goal. He couldn't get in the box. So it shows how hard it is Napoli are doing defensively.
The moment that can change the momentum towards Liverpool.
And they've got to show that fighting spirit.
And now I've got 2 clips for you guys to literally put on to do for you guys. So we're going to have fun.
Simeone. Foul.
And hopefully no goals happen while I'm doing it.
Way. Because it's not going to be an offside against Simeone, so a Liverpool free kick.
We've actually got an offside there tonight, Liverpool.
Oh, is it because Liverpool are still losing that Luke's actually decided, oh, I don't want to apologise? That just shows that he's not sorry for being cocky.
Atmosphere is amazing.
That's Liverpool fans fear in a nutshell.
These players, it could change. And it's a hell of a long way back from
Because I bet you if Liverpool were winning like this, he would tell me to apologise.
Final third, the more gaps there are at the other end, and they've been so clinical tonight. So sharp with the ball around the Liverpool penalty area, Napoli. It is a competition though, where you never know. We've seen some unbelievable comebacks and ridiculous stories develop in recent times, let alone down the years. There's no competition quite like it. Just when you think you know what's going to happen, something can pop up and change everything. Lovely touch by Salah. Harvey Elliott. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the ball. Robertson was challenging Politano. Here's Milner. Diaz with another opportunity maybe. Makes some room. Almost found the top corner. Well, he might just be the man to drag Liverpool back into this. He says he took a deflection.
He's certainly a fighter, Darren. He's going to keep trying. This goal that they've scored here just comes back to him, doesn't it, beautifully, and then just flicks it in. He's asking to close down, you see. You get pressure on the ball, and then but they've got to drop as a unit. I mean, we used to say, didn't we, when Van Dijk wasn't there, Matip, they were the problems, but they're playing tonight.
Kelly has flicked, didn't work. It's headed away there by Lobotka for Napoli. Here's Elliott for Liverpool.
Hello, Cami. At the moment, I am just doing some highlight clips at the moment. Keep your questions there. I will answer them eventually. I am just updating some clips at the moment. So I'm doing the clip for when we went 3-0 up, and now I'm doing the highlight clip for when we went 4-0 up. But because of I had a bit of a conversation at half time, I had time to do the third one, so I'm gonna do both now while watching the game at the same time, just getting both done, and then they're done. And then I will. Do you think Sheffield ever made the Premier League? I think we could make League One, because that's where we were about a couple of years ago. But apart from that, I'm proud of the players so far. They're making it hard for any team at the moment to achieve anything, but we know where we are.
Takes it into the goalkeeper. He's in that midfield area though where Liverpool not really dominating, but they have done in recent years in the Champions League.
I mentioned in the first half the players who left, the likes of Koulibaly, Insigne, Mertens, the all-time leading scorer, played over 850 games. Combined the players who went, but they did it by choice. And the new ones they brought in and giving a real indication tonight of just what this team can be. Kim gets it behind there for the corner.
Is Shamanga injured? No.
As well to be the outswinger from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Robertson gives it straight to Kvaratskhelia. That's about the first thing that's gone wrong tonight for Anguissa.
Yeah, trying to play it with the outside of his right foot, didn't come off. I think he was offside anyway, Simeone. Easier though in that midfield, he's really dominating in there tonight. The vodka alongside him as well. Zielinski.
That's Fabinho and now Firmino. Milner. Bit of space here for Harvey Elliott. They've got four in the box, Liverpool. James Milner was the closest to it. Politano then under pressure from Luis Diaz.
Politano getting a round of applause for that. They love a fighter here. They don't want you just to play spectacular football. They want you to work and graft for your team as well.
Has always been available, hasn't he? Whenever they've needed somebody to pass the ball to, he's been stood there in a bit of space. Similar in that regard to when you see Marco Verratti play for PSG. Liverpool have worked it nicely. Here's Andy Robertson.
This is just me, folks, just doing the. Did you know that Aaron Ramsdale played for Chelsea? Yes, he played along from Bournemouth.
Storming forward for Napoli. Simeone up there with him. And the block raiding there for Liverpool by Joel Matip.
And that was important as well.
Napoli changes coming. And this night he's done now.
Who are they bringing on? They bring on Zabin, or Zabin, whatever you want to call him. I'm proud of the players at the moment because we're actually playing quite well. And Irving Lozano is coming on. Chucky is coming on. If you guys want to know, the Mexican player Irving Lozano, his surname is his nickname's Chucky. So that's good. They're bringing off the Georgian Wizard, who actually had a blind of the game. And that guy is a legend. He's going to be at a short time, but he's absolutely running the show for Napoli. Liverpool cannot cope with him.
Lozano probably would have started had he not got the head injury
Good game, Politano.
Italy. Lozano is the club record signing when he joined from PSV Eindhoven back in 2019. He's got a lot of caps for Mexico.
It's just crazy. Crazy life.
Liverpool have got the substitutes warming up as well. The one who's going through the most rigorous warm-up right now is Darwin Núñez. Alexander-Arnold searching for Mo Salah. It's good defending by Kim. Kim Min-jae.
Kim.
From Fenerbahce in the summer, his Champions League debut tonight.
Unlucky Kim.
Jurgen Klopp is the manager down there searching for answers. What about the long-term prospects in the Champions League this season for Napoli, Martin, based on what you've seen of them tonight?
Well, I don't think anyone's going to fancy coming here right now. They are in fantastic form, and I expect them just to keep building upon that. We said they won 5 of the first 6 games of the season, and they've just taken that right into this game tonight.
Headed by Van Dijk, forward by Oliveira. On by Zerving, that's a good ball, it's Simeone. He's left it for Lozano, wants to get in.
Oh, Lozano, unlucky.
Hits it over the bar.
Unlucky. Unlucky Lozano. Better. Better, but it could have been a lot better if it was on target.
They're raking these runs from quite deep. Just look at this line again. This time it works, but it's very marginal.
Yeah, 4-1. They ain't coming back. They ain't coming back with any stretch of the imagination. They're literally getting absolutely ripped a new one, even though they scored 1. Because Napoli have still got them on toast.
Elliott. Diaz fell, Milner plays the
And the one player on this fantasy team for the Champions League who I literally put a massive, massive punt on to go and get me to try and get something to get me out of a sticky hole I was in, has managed to do it twice. Petrik Lezinski, who could have actually had a hat-trick if he were to have given the second penalty.
Matip combining to tidy things up at the back there for Liverpool. Here's Harvey Elliott.
Defended much better there. They just shut the door on their opponent there. That's what Liverpool have to do.
Yeah, they're having that problem, they can't do it. That's what's being awful for Liverpool, they can't seem to cope.
Straight at Oliveira.
And it's, yeah, I'm just doing the clips at the moment. And they're just taking longer than I thought, because I had that conversation at half time.
Núñez and Thiago Alcantara are going to be the 2 Liverpool champions.
It looks like Thiago's coming on for Liverpool,
After 5 games out.
folks.
Alexander-Arnold with a chance to get a good cross in, and it's a good save.
What a save, Alex Merritt! What a save, Alex Merritt! I say a lot of bad things about you, but I give you a lot of respect on that one.
Fantastic ball in to begin with. Attacks it brilliantly, and that, okay, straight above him. Great read.
What a save! The header was point blank, but what a save!
Diaz is certainly not giving up.
Robertson takes the corner. Firmino heads it down. Here's Milner.
Offside, well done, ref. Just keep playing like that, Napoli, and the win will be in the bag.
Well, they're going to send on Diogo Jota as well, so a triple.
Oh, they're definitely going for it, Liverpool.
Is coming, James Milner.
They're bringing on Diogo Jota as well.
And also take off Roberto Firmino.
So who's coming on? Thiago, Jota and Núñez.
As well.
But it's not guaranteed it's going to work.
He's lost his mojo at the moment, hasn't he, Mo Salah?
Yeah, I think
Even you would say that.
saying, well, we're not going to get back into this one.
They brought Thiago on, they brought Núñez on, and they brought Jota on.
Might be playing Jota in
Even though they brought them on, it's still not guaranteed that they're going to do the job for you.
Trent Alexander-Arnold plays it forward, intercepted there by Rahmani. Liverpool delighted, no doubt. Thiago back in the midfield. Hamstring problem started the first 2 matches, but he is the player that can really control the game in there for you.
Got 80. You got 83 points altogether. Can be well done on this fantasy team. I don't know. I think mine might be a bit more up now due to Lesinski.
Diaz has been the Liverpool player trying to take the fight to Napoli.
Getting involved. I've got 15 points from Lesinski, folks. Hallelujah.
Lovely turn by Lobotka.
Guys, hit the like button. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Come and answer. Give me some questions. Let me know in the chat. What are you guys' thoughts on how this is? And if you have like, I'm gonna do another poll for you guys.
Right in front of the Spanish referee, lets the game carry on.
I am surprised because this is my first ever time playing it as well. I did it last. Did it last season.
Here's Diaz.
I do it with a couple of friends of mine, and we just have a bit of banter, just have a bit of competition and stuff like that, So,
Certainly can't question Diaz. He's been the one shining light for Liverpool.
but I'm also going to play fantasy. Yeah, I do fantasy Premier League as well. So
Tonight he's constantly been trying to make things happen down there.
Sure, you're not going to be pointing the finger at him. It's a difficult night for him. He'll learn a lot from this experience.
It's only the second time he's played in the Champions League tonight. Harvey Elliott, both of them against Italian opposition. Played against Inter Milan last season.
I think though Nunes coming on now, I'll be interested to see how he reacts.
So guys, put your voting in the chat. Vote on the poll. Are you guys enjoying the stream? Yes, it's awesome. No, it's rubbish. You could do better.
Certainly runs into John Matip, who certainly helped shore things up at the back since coming on at half-time.
Go on, Napoli!
Lots of bare chests in the stadium tonight. I'm not sure whether the Italian director will show it to you at some stage, but behind Merritt's goal there's an entire block where nobody seems to be wearing a shirt. That's going to be a free kick and a yellow card for the challenge by Rahmani on Diaz.
He's late there. Have to admire Diaz. Just keeps on going.
Napoli at the moment, they're playing really well. They're playing as well as I thought they would be. And guys, vote if you guys are enjoying the stream, if you think it's rubbish, or if you think I could do better, but there's not a lot.
Liverpool's centre-backs are in there. Added height now with Darwin Núñez on the field. It's in by Trent Alexander.
Way! Sit down, shut up.
Thoroughly disappointing with the quality that he has.
Napoli just need to keep going. I will probably never get past 84 points. You never know. You never know, but even if you don't get more than like that points again in the future, all you need to do is just keep racking up points. Even if you get about 50 per match day, that's still good. Because I got about 58 on this match day, and that was only because I got 15 points by Zielinski and 26 by killing Mbappe, and that's got me up to 58 points. If any of you guys put no, it's rubbish, you could do better, put down why you think it could be better or why you think it's rubbish if you vote on it. Because at the moment we are playing absolutely out of our skins. Napoli are well deserving of this 4-1 lead, and like I didn't even expect to be 4-1 up. It's like a dream. Do I believe?
Luis Diaz could try and run onto that. It was a little dummy there by Jota, hoping to get Diaz in. The Napoli goalkeeper nice and sharp.
Yeah,
I did not expect what I was expecting at the end of the day, but we've just got to play as well as we can, do as well as we can, play as well as we can, and the club is just an absolute. We've been absolutely tremendous. It's just been an absolute fortress of a performance. What a chance! What a block!
Towards Diogo Jota. It's the first time really that Liverpool have managed to turn the possession over in a position like that. Napoli now looking to come forward themselves. Irving Lozano goes for
Irving Lozano, man.
for Allison. The Liverpool press though really worked there, Martin, and almost got them in for a second.
Yeah, well, we know that they can do that high up the pitch. It's just the back of the pitch is the problem tonight.
Well, Europa League tomorrow night. Zurich Arsenal from 5:15 on BT Sport 2, and then Manchester United Real Sociedad, BT Sport 1 and Ultimate from 7:15. Darwin Nunez to Luis Diaz. Thiago then out to Robertson. There's Joel Matip. Harvey Elliott. It's a good run there by Darwin Nunez.
Zelinski's my favourite player at Napoli, just if you guys want to know. I just think that guy is an absolute baller. The guy doesn't get enough respect. And that guy turned down Liverpool as a kid. He turned down Liverpool as a kid to basically get good football somewhere else, and somehow it's working.
Took too long on the ball.
It's just like,
UEFA Europa Conference League on Thursday as well. Matchday 1, Hearts, West Ham, Shamrock Rovers, all starts at 5:15 on BT Sport. And the Premier League, West London Derby, Saturday morning, Fulham, Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel sacked today, 11:30 BT Sport 1 and Ultimate.
look at that passage! Just threw an eye of a needle.
Zervin on the move now. Stopped in his tracks by Joel Matip. Here's Lozano looking for room.
Oh, nearly 5.
There was a bit of a dribbler. Allison happy to see it go wide.
Yeah, never in danger there. Surrounded by Liverpool shirts.
See that extra composure though at the back from Matip with the experience in the second half. He's not being pulled around the pitch like Gomez was.
No, and he
being
reads
pulled
it.
around.
He reads it nice and early. He can get across. There's no panic. Just marshals that defence nicely. I think that is really the best partnership right now for Liverpool.
I wonder if we'll see Tanguy and Dombele tonight when they sign from Tottenham.
I want Tanguy to actually have a go because he's not really had a spell or a chance, but like I say, you got to give him a chance. How do you join the league? I joined the league with a friend of mine, so
Liverpool 1-2 for
yeah, I enjoyed with a friend of mine.
Anguissa and Gianluca Simeone, the Liverpool goal scored by Luis Diaz.
So it's because one of my mates made the league and gave me his code, and I joined his league. So guys, keep hitting Lewandowski for hat-trick. Sorry for my language, folks. It's just surprising that I'm surprised to see that happen. It's crazy. Like, by the way, it's 5-1. 5-1. It's 5-1. It is now Ferran Torres. It's 5-1 Barcelona. With an assist by Ferran Torres for one of them. I'm just checking. Because at the moment, I have got Sergio Busquets as a... I'm hoping that he assisted on any of them. He's assisted on none of them. Anyway. Bayern Munich are 2-0 up. Folks, in the Champions League, I am now thankful that the player that I was considering putting into my team, and God, I didn't because I would have lost points otherwise. So that is good on myself. And it's 1-1 between Club Brugge
Darwin Nunez.
and Bayer Leverkusen with VAR, and its goal has been given the goal, assisted by Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Wait and see. It's him against Van Dijk and Matip.
Callum Hudson-Odoi assist in a goal for Patrick Schick
Then the flag did eventually
in
go, so he
for
wasn't
Leverkusen.
upset, but it's painful.
And Spurs are 0-0 against Marseille.
Almost too close to the linesman for it to be able to see him.
I would not be surprised if they're not playing their big
Another
guns.
change, but the fellow that was going to go off has got to come back on again because the game's not stopped. Oliveira's going to go. He's back in position now. It's with Harvey Elliott for Liverpool.
And
Thiago.
Marseille are down to 10.
Block made on that side by Di Lorenzo. They're going to bring
The Marseille are down to 10 men, but still they can't score.
and Elliott Elmas.
Oh, this is just hilarious, man. This is hilarious.
So there's a standing ovation here for a man who scored twice tonight.
Should have
Piotr
put him in for my fantasy, god damn it.
tapped in the second.
Well done. Good game. Elmas is coming on the Mario Hui.
And I think we'll see Elmas for Matthias Oliveira, bearing in mind
Lazinski's had such a good game. He's like,
off the pitch
wow.
every time he realised they'd not made the change.
Not a full strength squad. No.
Everyone in that midfield, excellent. All of the front players for Napoli. In fact, every single player out there tonight has been outstanding.
The performance
Liverpool
has
still
been
coming forward.
second to none.
Lorenzo made the block. Nunez swings it in. Jota was closest to it. Mario Rui allows it to float behind. for the
Oh.
goal kick.
This will
Your
feel
phone went.
painful, Darren, for these Liverpool players. It's a long second half. Looking at that scoreboard,
Okay.
realising there are problems at Liverpool. I expect Klopp to put it right, but
Bayern Munich are 5-1 up Barcelona,
you get found out, I'm afraid.
and it's now just gone 1-0 Spurs.
Liverpool have won with Borussia Dortmund. I think we're about to
Yeah, but funnily enough, it took them 76 minutes to break down a team with 10 men, which you expect Spurs should have been like 1 or 2 or 3-0 up by then.
Thiago.
Bayern Munich are 2-0 up, but the player that I was about to put in my team, which was D'Ambrosio, actually scored the own goal, so I'm glad I didn't put him in. But he's on my bench. I was poised, but I don't get it to actually take it off me because I've not put him in my starting 11. And Bayer Leverkusen did score to make it 1-1, but the goal was ruled out for offside.
Fabinho. Darwin Nunez
And it would have been an assist for Carlos Nadoy as well.
timed it really well. Took it equally
Yeah, I'm
as
just
well.
telling chat. As in my stream and everything.
Putting his head in there, I didn't think he really went for that.
That's why I do it.
Didn't see a replay on it now.
Nah.
Maybe just realises he can't.
Yeah.
Pulls away.
Yeah, I've got... Yeah, we know it's 1-0 Spurs for Charlison. It still shocks me that they're playing Marseille. You'd think with the players they've got, they wouldn't be like 0-0 into the 76th minute. You would think they would have scored already by now, with the talent that they've got in their team. So it sounds like their group's not going to be as easy as they thought.
27th appearance in the Champions League, but he is a big game player. He's played in big games down the years. It'll be interesting to see how he slots into this Liverpool midfield.
Well, they certainly need him right now. Thiago has improved things in that midfield. A little bit more experience, maybe get on the ball.
And it is still Atletico Madrid 0, Porto 0.
Merritt's gone down injured, looking a little bit serious.
There's Victor Osimhen, who can smile despite the fact he didn't.
It looks like Alex Merritt's injured. Great. Legend is in the crowd, aka Dries Mertens.
Salvatore Sirigu is
Don't Don't say that name. No. No. No, I didn't want to see him come on. Don't bring him on. Please. Please don't say this is real. Please don't say this is real. Someone splash some water on my face. I want this to be not real. I want to be dreaming. Because I don't want to see him coming on. Splash some water in my face. Don't make it real, please. Oh, thank the Lord. I do not want... Sirigu, you are not coming on this pitch. Because you can see goals at an alarming rate. You're an absolute rubbish keeper.
It happened at Dortmund. I don't expect that to happen. There's too much quality in this Liverpool team. It's just the basics, really. And I think it's midfield where they're not controlling games any longer. They're not. I think Mane's a miss. We're going to keep saying that he's gone now, I know, but for me,
Yep.
the trigger for
The only reason Liverpool are playing absolutely rubbish at the moment is because of they don't have Sadio Mane. And everybody knows that. Wow, Nottingham Forest have made a 20-second signing by bringing in Serge Aurier. And there has been UEFA have launched an allegation into racist allegations behaviour of the Juventus fans. There has been social media footage shared by anti-discriminated network appearing to show Juventus fans making monkey sounds and Nazi salutes. Which I discriminate, and I think that's absolutely wrong because it should have no place in football or in the game. Yep, Richarlison again. Yeah, but what makes it funny, why, and any Spurs fan would say it's why it's have to take him to basically nearly 76 minutes for them to literally get going. And that's for any team. It shouldn't take you that long just to get going. Literally, Marseille have been down to 10 men since the 48th minute. You had about that much time between that and the goal to literally score.
And a very experienced manager, and they've got a crowd and a home following here to go with it.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the player got sent off for something so... Oh, quit. Ah. I understand I was disappointed in my fantasy when Mount and Benzema, but he did not get injured or not. Wow, that's just wrong. Yeah, Atletico and Porto are still on. That's the Champions League game, not to have a goal.
Earlier today in the group, Napoli go to Glasgow next on matchday 2 for their game against Rangers. Before that, Liverpool play Wolves at Anfield in the Premier League at the weekend. Did have to look at the section when the draw was made. It wasn't the group of death, but it certainly was the group where you felt that you have to earn everything you've got in it.
Palmeiras have been beaten 3-2 to not make it to the Copa Libertadores final.
Napoli coming forward now, looking for number 5, Zervin.
Wow.
Liverpool have 20 back here. Van Dijk made the block, and then Matip nice and calm.
So guys, keep putting your likes in the chat. I really appreciate it, folks.
The players that they put on are a bit of a downgrade from what was starting in the game. They haven't got that pace to get past these Liverpool defenders.
No foul. Thiago dispossessing Samba and Gisa. Luis Diaz for Liverpool. Diogo Jota couldn't
Yay! Well done, Meret.
flicked into him there by Trent Alexander-Arnold, but it just happened a little bit too quickly for him.
Thiago winning that ball in midfield, snapping into the challenge. Just seems to... He's trying to get out of the way of that. He's played much space. There's an offside again.
Yeah, Simeone shoots so he can get on with it and the free kick. One back for Napoli by Zerbi. Fabinho.
Can't wait for tomorrow, just even if we... Can't wait for tomorrow, just even if we lose, as long as we show passion, I will take it. That is good. If I show passion, but they lose, then that's the main point. You can take pride from the performance, but we just have to wait and see.
Diaz can have a go at Lozano. Picks out Artur.
Well done.
That's got behind the Liverpool corner from there by Mario Rui.
He's got to beat that. first
Mario
defender,
Rui.
Artur.
Mario Rui.
Diaz again.
Yep, his favourite player is now on, Mario Rui.
Alexander Arnold's corner is extremely deep. It's headed down there by Virgil
Well
van
defended.
Dijk, and then cleared away. Artur.
Come on, get rid.
Plenty in the far post here for Liverpool. Van Dijk, one of them. Now Darwin Núñez.
What?
Lobotka there with a challenge on Diogo Jota.
No? Just saying your favourite player is on, which is Mario Rui.
It's a good tackle by Thiago. Excellent. Equally so though from Di Lorenzo on Jota, and then a nice little delicate ball to find perfect Lozano. He wanted to go quickly to Simeone, but he realised he was offside again.
Yeah, Simeone though wants the ball earlier.
Zerbi. Rui. Here's Elmas.
It's just a keep ball exercise now for Napoli.
Alright then. Okay.
Stanislav Lobotka.
Oh, that's a shite ball.
Di Lorenzo. I'm not quite sure how much sleep we'll get tonight, because they do tend to tip their horns for quite a long time after a result like this. And I'm pretty sure they're going to celebrate it. This is one of the great nights for Napoli in recent times. It's the perfect way for them to kickstart their Champions League Group A campaign, and I have no doubt the locals will celebrate heartily.
And it sends a huge message around Europe. You think Liverpool, one of the finalists last year, and one of the real teams in this Champions League. So this is quite an emphatic result for them.
Artur. Darwin Núñez.
Come on, Napoli, just keep it all together.
Lifted in by Trent Alexander-Arnold, headed away by Rachmani for Napoli.
Well cleared.
Batting clearance there by Giovanni Simeone, now picked up by Zambo Anguissa. Just for a moment, they've got a 3-on-2 Napoli.
Go on.
Zerbin carrying it forward, Lozano's up there with him. Zerbin!
Oh,
And hits it straight to Alisson.
unlucky.
He knows he hasn't got it in his legs, so he's got to hit that early. I think Klopp will be delighted with Thiago, the way he's come on and actually got into a few tackles. He knew he was there to pass the ball.
He's got to try and take some positives out of tonight, hasn't he, the Liverpool manager? The fact that Artur's got minutes in the team will also be something he'll take a look at, I'm sure. Here's Robertson. Fabinho. Thiago. plenty on this side for now. Jota then back to Thiago. Darwin Nunez trying to find some room and also trying to find Diogo Jota. And in the end it's dumped away by Amir Rahmani.
Nunez is not getting any clear-cut opportunities. It's difficult for him since he's been on.
We often talk about the heavyweight teams in the Champions League and how deep they go in a competition like this, but you do tend to get a surprise one every now and again who can have a run in the competition. You certainly look at this Napoli team and think that if they all stay fit and continue to improve, that they could have an impact on the competition after Christmas in some way, shape or form.
Well, perhaps their first 11, but just some of the substitutes coming on, not quite the same sort of pace.
Thiago plays it in, Jota trying to turn, Artur tried to place it. Here's Fabinho, Robertson, into the final 2 minutes of the 90. Thiago Alcantara, Luis Diaz is in there. Trent Alexander-Arnold did wonderfully well to get the crossing, which is headed behind for the Liverpool corner. He somehow was able to wrap his foot round that.
How's he done that? He's dug that out.
Come on, Napoli, just keep your heads together.
Wonderful ball in. Nobody really attacking it though.
Corner taken by Andy Robertson. Jota. It's a good block in there by Zerbin, I think.
That's a foul, ref.
And they'll get the free kick there. Napoli. I suppose it was always going to finish like this, Martin, when you think about the pace the game was played at for the opening half an hour.
Well, it's a whirlwind. That's what they walked into tonight, Liverpool, and they just simply weren't prepared, weren't ready for it. You felt a little bit naive, and I think maybe, Dan, when you look in that midfield and you've got Elliott, very young, we know, Milner. I mean, Milner does an incredible job for the age that he is right now, but surely Liverpool need a little bit more of that, a bit more experience in those key areas of the pitch coming into games like this one.
Joel Matip can't keep the ball in play. I wouldn't suspect there'd be too much additional time. 4 minutes has just been shown. Not too many have left the stadium either, Martin. I've seen this right the way through to the end of Napoli supporters.
You get the feeling they're really enjoying this and they want to drag every moment out of it they can.
It's not very often you get one of the best teams in Europe, the beaten finalists from a season ago.
Do you know if the Hearts game is on anywhere else apart from BT? I don't think it is. That's why I'm doing a watch along for it, so the people that can't watch the game, they can watch it.
And you know how to behave in this competition, so it's been really surprising from a Liverpool point of view tonight.
Yep, it's only on BT, folks. It's only on BT Sports, so you can watch Hearts game tomorrow. It's on nothing else.
Then plays it back to Alexander-Arnold. Di Lorenzo heads on. Elmas trying to get the ball down.
Go on, Elmas. Lucky Elmas.
Who's impressed you most for Napoli tonight?
Well, Osimhen, of course, in those opening exchanges, I think that his movement off the ball was really outstanding. The Botka in midfield, controlling things. I mean, they have a player in every department of the pitch who just was too good for Liverpool. They'll need to get Osimhen back fit again. They're going to go high and deep into this competition, of course, their own league as well. A real handful tonight.
It's a sticky night in Naples and Liverpool couldn't stand the heat in the first half. Blown away really by the wonderful play that we saw from Napoli. Liverpool errors didn't help the them in any way, shape or form, but some of the football that Napoli played in the first half an hour to 40 minutes was outstanding.
Talk about players impressing Anguissa as well in that midfield. I mean, unrecognisable from the player that was at Fulham.
Here he is on the ball. There's space on that side for his captain, Giovanni.
Come on, Napoli!
Lobotka.
It's interesting, you look at their two central defenders and you say there's not really much pace there, but they haven't been troubled at all really tonight.
Lozano up against Robertson.
Atletico Madrid have scored, folks. In the 90 minutes against Porto, 1-0 Atletico Madrid.
It's a corner. Anguissa losing the ball. Lozano coming in, and we'll get another corner off Robertson.
Those comments from Jurgen Klopp are going to be very interesting after this one.
Get in!
Time whistle, and what a performance by Napoli tonight.
Full time, Napoli 4, Liverpool 1. Like, subscribe to the bell notification. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the game in the Europa Conference League between Hearts of Scotland versus Istanbul Başakşehir of Turkey. Like, subscribe to the bell notification.